Cardio and lifting weights are two key components in many training programs. But it's not always clear how you can effectively combine cardio and strength training. Specifically, how to time your cardio and lifting workouts is a topic that's confusing for many people. Should you do cardio first and then hit the weights, or should you lift weights first and then do a cardio workout? In today's video, I will discuss how you can properly organize your cardio and lifting sessions so that you can continue making good gains from your lifting workouts while also improving your cardiovascular fitness. But before we can get a specific answer on when you should do cardio, we first need a basic understanding of how cardio and strength training impact each other. Because if we think about cardio and lifting weights as sports, they're actually two opposite extremes. Cardio involves maintaining a low to moderate force output for a long period of time, whereas lifting weights involves a high force output in short bouts of time. Because of the different characteristics that cardio and lifting weights have, these activities also produce different adaptations. With cardio, you get primarily endurance adaptations, and with lifting weights, you get mostly strength adaptations. And we know the human body cannot adapt optimally in these two opposite directions. You cannot expect to be the best marathon runner and best bodybuilder at the same time. If you want to get really good at something, you need focus. A study by the Pennsylvania State University shows this quite nicely. When trained individuals only performed 4 lifting sessions per week, they gained more muscle and strength than when they did 4 lifting and 4 cardio sessions in a week. The opposite was true too. When the participants focused only on doing cardio, their endurance improved better. Now, this is not to say that you should focus on just doing cardio or just doing strength, but depending on your goal, you can have more focus on cardio or strength in your workouts. This brings us to the first point on whether you should do cardio or lifting first in your training sessions, and that is that you should prioritize the type of activity that you value most in your workouts. So if you are looking to mostly improve your muscle development, it makes sense to prioritize your lifting session before doing any cardio. This way, you prevent cardio from fatiguing you for your strength workouts and you can hit the weights hard. While if you are an endurance athlete looking to improve your cardiovascular fitness, doing your cardio before lifting weights makes sense. Prioritize the type of training that you want to improve the most, because the type of activity you do first in your workout will almost always get the best adaptations because you perform the activity from a more recovered state. Now, what if your goals are not muscle or endurance related, but you are simply looking to lose fat? Should you do weights or cardio first? And in this case, for most people, I would suggest prioritizing lifting weights, because if we look at the benefits that lifting weights and cardio provide for losing fat, the benefits that lifting weights provide hold priority. When you lift weights while in a calorie deficit for fat loss, you essentially give your body the signal that this muscle is being used and should not be burnt off for energy. Because when we are in a calorie deficit, your body turns to internal energy reserves like fat and muscle to fuel its energy needs. Consistently lifting weights helps prevent muscle loss so that most of the weight you lose in a deficit is body fat and you actually get leaner. The main benefit cardio has for fat loss is increasing your energy expenditure so that you are in a greater calorie deficit, and this benefit can also be obtained just fine after a strength workout. But to get the full muscle retention benefits from lifting weights, we need to prioritize lifting weights so that you can train in a well-recovered state. So in essence, if you are an athlete that is looking to improve their performance, then prioritize your cardio and lifting workouts based on the activity that is most important for your sport or your goals. But for purely fat loss progress, I would typically prioritize lifting weights to get the full muscle retention benefit. So far, we have spoken about doing cardio and strength training by doing them in the same workout, but there's actually also a benefit to be obtained if you can completely separate your cardio and strength training sessions. A 2016 study found that separating your cardio and lifting sessions by at least 6 hours results in improved strength gain. A recent experimental study supports this. The improved results likely come from being able to perform your cardio and strength workouts from a more recovered state because you have a recovery period between them. If you have 6 or more hours of rest between your cardio and strength workout, your body has some time to rest and then you can hit another workout hard again. So if you have some extra time and flexibility in your schedule, then completely separating your cardio and strength workouts has benefits. But I can imagine that not everyone has the time or energy to visit the gym on 2 separate occasions for your cardio and strength workouts. So if you have to perform cardio and strength in one session due to practical reasons, that's all good. If you do your cardio and lifting weights on the same training day, we can actually also make this more effective by looking at the type of cardio and strength training you put together. There's good research showing that the interference effect between cardio and strength is local. Doing lower body dominant forms of cardio like running or cycling does not interfere with upper body muscle growth and vice versa. So one potentially effective way to program your cardio is by having lower body dominant cardio after your upper body training and upper body dominant cardio after lower body training. This way you are able to better combine your strength and cardio goals. So to summarize this video, we have 5 key points. Whether you should do cardio or strength first in your workout will depend on your goals. Do you mostly want muscle and strength gain? Then lift weights first. Do you want mostly cardio improvements? Then do cardio first. If fat loss is the goal, I would typically prioritize lifting weights first to get the muscle retention benefits. But if you have extra time on your hands, it can also be beneficial to completely separate your cardio and strength sessions by at least 6 hours. If you decide to do cardio and strength in the same session, then aim to combine lower body dominant cardio with upper body training and vice versa. And that was all for today's video. I hope you now have a clear understanding of how you can effectively combine cardio and lifting weights. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave me a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. And I will see you in that next video.